This is one-on-one session with the ForumIAS founder and director Ayush Sinha. In this session, students are asked questions to test their preparedness for the personality test. One-on-one sessions are not mock panel sessions.
All right, Mukul, can we begin with a couple of questions?
Yes, sir.
So, Mukul, can you briefly begin by introducing yourself to me?
Sir, my name is Mukul Jamloki. I am from the Rudraprayag district of Uttarakhand. I have done my schooling from Dehradun and my graduation in electrical engineering from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi. Subsequently, I have worked in ABB India Limited for 1 year. Then I have worked in Indian Information Service, Indian Postal Service, and I am currently in the Indian Audit and Account Service, posted in Kolkata.
Mukul, your permanent postal address is from Rudraprayag.
Yes, sir.
Why is it called Rudraprayag? What does Prayag mean?
So, Prayag is a Sanskrit term which means a confluence of two or more rivers. Rudraprayag means a Prayag dedicated to Lord Shiva, where, according to mythology, Narad Muni had prayed to Lord Shiva, sir. That's why the name Rudraprayag.
Mukul, you served in the Indian Information Service.
Yes, sir.
You trained at Indian Institute of Mass Communication. That was
Yes, sir.
great. And then you moved to the Indian Postal Service, and now you're in Audit Account Service.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something. What is the way or method or procedure that you follow to audit any bill that has been paid by the government against a tender that was allocated by the state government? What are the various types of audit you do?
The example which you have given, the first audit procedure which we perform on that bill is a financial audit, sir. Whether the bill passed by a certain office, whether the office had the requisite funds, and whether those funds had been sanctioned by a statutory or legislative body. Once the financial audit has been done, we come to something called a compliance audit. In the compliance audit, we verify whether a certain amount of money, once spent, any targets or any output has been sufficiently generated out of it, sir. And then subsequently, we go towards performance audit, in which we check whether the process of expending the money and getting an output from it can be done with more efficiency, with more economy, or could be done more effectively.
Mukul, what is more important for this country, internet or roads?
Both of them, sir.
What is the relative advantage that building roads has over the internet, if I were to argue?
Sir, in a country like ours, the internet services are provided mainly by private players, sir, and therefore internet connectivity might not be available in the hinterlands. However, roads are primarily built by the public sector, and roads will be the first point of connectivity to the rural hinterland, sir.
Mukul, what are your hobbies?
So, I like to go for treks and hikes, sir, and I like to write my diary, sir.
What are some of the areas where you have been on a trek or a hike recently?
So, recently I have been to 2 treks, sir. One was in Himachal Pradesh, Buran Pass trek, sir, and another was in Uttarakhand, sir, the Chandrashila trek, sir.
Mukul, so when we go to these mountainous virgin areas, we often see that tourists, and including trekkers, they leave out plastics, non-biodegradable material. They are strewn out in the nature, out in the open. This is something that is unique to India, and you may not find such a responsible behavior of tourists even in, forget the West, even in Southeast Asia. You would not find tourists allowed to pollute any area. What do you think? What can be done about it?
Sir, we need a carrot and stick policy for mitigating these kind of events, sir. When it comes to the carrot approach, we have to sensitize the tourists so that they bring back the waste which they generate during their trekking expedition, sir. At the same time, when it comes to the stick part, we should start with something like a tourist levy, in which every tourist has to pay a certain amount, so that in case they leave out those garbage at those high points, we can deploy people to bring it back, and at the same time have stringent penalties if the waste is just thrown about carelessly.
What is the reason that we are not able to clean the Ganga river?
Sir, there are multifold reasons why cleaning the Ganga has been an area of improvement for a long time, sir. So number one is a number of the non-point pollution sources which are not treated before being discharged into the river, sir. Number two, sir, the very large population base which is on both the banks of the Ganga, sir, right from Uttarakhand to West Bengal. And number three, sir, so the industries which are on the banks of the Ganga, those industries do not meet the effluent norms, sir. These three are the principal reasons why we haven't been succeeding in improving the quality of Ganga.
No, Mukul, these are the reasons why we have pollution in Ganga in the first place. Tell me, what is the challenge in cleaning the Ganga? Think and tell me the answer. Imagine yourself to the project director of the Clean Ganga mission, and then think from that chairperson's perspective that what is the challenge that you will face.
Number one reason is that we haven't been able to carefully and define the duties and responsibilities of every stakeholder involved in keeping the Ganga clean. Number two, sir, the sensitization and the behavior change communication for the people alongside the river, sir. We still have villages which are qualified as Nirmal Grams, but we do know that they still dump untreated effluent into the river. And thirdly, sir, having a collaborative mechanism with the industries so that we can check whether the industries are not violating any pollution norms. And so fourthly, sir, we haven't been able to properly give way to ecotourism alongside the Ganga, which can generate a new revenue stream so that cleaning the Ganga can become a win-win for every stakeholder, sir.
What is, you've been to Flex in Uttarakhand, what is the contribution of small hydropower plants in Uttarakhand in the pollution of Ganga river?
So small hydro plants are not as per se polluting for the Ganga river. However, during the construction, if the rubble which is generated, if it is dumped without any proper scientific standards alongside the river, that creates pollution, sir.
Mukul, what is the reason you are so not happy with all the services you have gotten and you're still wanting to go for the Indian Administrative Service? What is your reason? Why you're so unhappy here?
Sir, I am not unhappy in the Indian Audit and Account Service, sir. Neither was I unhappy in any of the previous two services where I have worked, sir. All of them have been good services to work in, sir. I have made the career switches based upon the kind of job profile which was offered to me at that time. And IAS was my main goal. And I have been writing the exam to join the IAS, sir.
So what happens if you do not get IAS, Mukul?
Sir, I'll work wholeheartedly in Indian Audit and Account Service, sir.
There is a government thrust to promote electric vehicles in the country. Delhi, in fact, has a vehicle scrappage policy also. The 10-year-old diesel vehicles will be scrapped. They are not allowed to ply in Delhi roads. I'm often concerned that the government is talking so much about electric vehicles for a greener India, and yet the electricity that will be used to power those electric vehicles, that will be coming from fossil fuels, right? So it is merely switching the fossil fuels from the vehicles to the fossil fuel based thermal power plants. What is the reason? What is the rationale behind government doing so? Will it even solve a problem?
Yes, sir. So the push for electric vehicles is for multifold reasons, sir. The first reason is solving the issue of the pollution, the acute pollution in cities, sir, which causes various diseases to people. At the same time, sir, energy in India and across the globe as such is increasingly being generated from non-conventional sources of energy, such as solar energy, which India is also now increasing its energy from non-conventional sources to 450 gigawatts by 2030. And thirdly, sir, these kind of fossil fuel based transport, sir, not just not just having a harmful impact on the health of the people, sir, they also are not good for the uh, mm, I'm sorry, sir, I can't recall right now, sir.
Potter, sometimes it is said that Delhi is not safe as a city. Sometimes it is said that Delhi has been often called as the rape capital of the country. What is your opinion on this?
Sir, it is true that the annual statistics from the National Crime Records Bureau, sir, do highlight that the number of crimes in Delhi have been increasing, particularly against the vulnerable sections of the society, such as women and children. However, these tags like the rape capital of the country, I feel that they are unwarranted and more because of the media sensationalization. Rather, I would look at it as the fact that the women and the other vulnerable sections in the capital city have been empowered enough to come forward and register their cases as compared to many other parts, not just in India, but across the world, where the people haven't been empowered enough to come forward and we don't actually come to know whether the crimes are increasing there or not.
Mukul, what is the reason behind high crime rate in the National Capital Region, according to you?
So there are a number of reasons why the crimes have been increasing, sir. So number one is the quality of police administration, because the Delhi police is controlled by the Ministry of Home Affairs, while in other cities, in other states, it is the state government which controls it. Number two is unplanned urbanization and rampant migration, sir. Therefore, the police itself is hobbled by the ever increasing number of people in Delhi and adjoining areas. And number three, sir, the growing economic inequality, sir, which actually, in a way, creates avenues for crime.
What is the solution to Delhi's pollution problem?
So there are both short-term and long-term solutions to Delhi's air pollution, sir. So the short-term ones would be, sir, to regulate road and construction dust, to check the illegal burning of agriculture and municipal solid waste. And so number three would be, sir, to control the pollution of winter months, sir, particularly when there is a large-scale burning of parali in the northern states, sir. When it comes to, sir, the long-term measures, switching from fossil fuel-based vehicles to electric vehicles. Number two, having multimodal transportation systems, which gives more impetus to public transportation. And number three, sir, going for an improvement in the green cover of the city.
Tell me, what are some qualities that you think you have will make you a good IAS officer?
So, leadership abilities, sir, compassion and empathy, sir, and so integrity and objectivity.
All right, Mukul, your interview is over.
Thank you, sir.